Hello and welcome again to the Sports Podcast. I am Joel Anderson.
I'm Jordan Pomaville.
And joining us as always is the sports outsider, Phil Ranta.
I don't watch sports.
That answers our question, doesn't it? Did you catch any games this week, Phil?
Yes, I did.
What?
Oh, yeah.
I did.
What?
What'd
Well,
you see?
I caught about 5 minutes of the Steelers game.
Yes. The Ravens. That'd be a good game.
That was a good
When
game.
I was watching, the Steelers were ahead, and then I left. I was on vacation. I was in the sports bar, and then I went over to the casino, and then apparently they lost.
Correct.
Yes, that is accurate. That was a
And-
huge game, Phil.
Yeah, I caught 5 minutes of the beginning of the fourth quarter.
Wow.
I drank 2 beers over that 5 minutes and then left.
Those are
Well,
good-
you know,
good
hey, I'm
players.
proud of you, bud.
Yeah, I'm
this
proud
was a
of you,
big
too.
step. You
It
can't
was.
just dive into a sports game
No,
sometimes.
I'm easing it in.
Yeah.
Put a little lube on the
Yeah,
tip.
so
Easing
just
it
yeah,
in.
why don't we ease
Really
it in?
nice and easy.
AdamandEve.com.
Yeah,
If
but
I can make a recommendation, maybe just start watching the 2-minute warnings.
That's not
That
a bad
might
way to
pique
go.
your
Then you
interest.
just
Well,
catch
what
the
I
end.
what I'm hoping is that they have a whole sport that's just buzzer beaters,
God, that
where
would
you
be
walk
great.
out on
That would be fucking
and then
great.
it goes and then you shoot. I would watch that for 2 hours.
Yeah. But hey, we got headlines.
Oh,
Yeah,
we do have
right.
headlines. All right.
Oh, first in the podcast, most importantly, because this is a Tim Tebow-centric podcast.
Oh, right,
The Tim
right.
Tebow Update Watch Update.
Woo!
Tim Tebow.
Tim
Update,
Tebow.
Watch update.
Tim Tebow's dominance continues as he's
Boom.
now 3-1 as starter of the Denver Broncos. He beat the Oakland Raiders 38-24. He was 10 for 21, 124 yards, 2 TDs, 118 yards in the ground, 9.1 yards per carry. He then went on to beat Kansas City with a performance that was mostly lackluster, but he was the quarterback of the offense.
Yes,
There we go.
1 for 8 for
what's
69
this?
yards, 1 TD, rush for 44 yards and a TD, no turnovers in the past 2 games, 3-1. The question America wants to know, Joel, just how dominant is the Tebow child?
The Tebow child.
Best quarterback in football. You heard it from Joel.
No.
Yeah.
How many, Jordan, again, how many passes did he complete in this last Sunday's game? Total passes did he complete in the entire 60 minutes of NFL
You're making
football.
a huge mistake of making that plural, Joel.
I thought it was 2. I thought he had a second one.
1 for 8.
1
For
for
68,
I had
9
heard
yards.
Wow. Then what does he do? If a quarterback's not throwing it, does he just hike the ball and go, here, run with this?
Yeah,
And
that's
somebody-
a good question. I have no idea how
Well,
the
he does
Denver
run a lot.
won that game. Both of their starting running backs are out. Tebow only rushed for 44 yards.
It was the Lance Ball show, basically.
Oh, so they had another. They ran the ball in all but 8 offensive plays. Is what we're saying here.
I stand corrected. He was 2 for 8.
Yeah.
Ah.
Wow. You sold short his completions, Jordan, by
I did.
50%.
This is true.
Yeah.
His 3 wins are in hostile road environments.
Oh.
Hostile road environments.
People were throwing
Oakland,
liquor at
Kansas
him.
City, Miami.
Get off the field. We don't like you.
More difficult to do the air game on the road in hostile environments.
You have to fly on a plane. You got to see America, and then you've got to play your game. That's
Something like
not
that.
Easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to go to South Beach and dance Miami Dolphin cheerleaders, and then you got to put on a game. Huh?
But why, Joel? Why is Tim Tebow so dominant?
T-Bone. Sorry, I didn't say it earlier.
I guess it's because he fools teams into thinking that he's terrible.
Oh,
with the
so he's
way
like
that-
Loki, the
with
Norse
way
god
that
of
he
mischief.
plays. Yes.
He's
and then
he's
while
a-
they're thinking,
I
oh
was
my
waiting for
gosh, this guy could not hit the broadside of a barn.
but he did once.
Twice.
3 times.
Well, just when they
ago.
think he can't hit the broadside of a barn, quarterback draw, 15
Yeah.
yards.
There we go.
What else we got for headlines?
Well, NFL. I'm going to do 2 more NFL news. I don't know if we want to talk about them.
All right.
NFL investigating and possibly finding Rex Ryan for cursing out a heckler.
Good.
Oh my.
The heckler, while he's walking off the field, the heckler goes, "Hey, Rex, Belichick is better than you."
Oh, can I guess how he responds?
What?
You better check your face before you wreck your face.
That would have been great.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
here's the thing. It's not, neither is particularly clever. Rex Ryan goes, "Yeah, shut the fuck up."
I think that's even better. I
The
like
incident
that.
was caught on video. Of course, the video, I guess, just shows him looking up the stands going, "Shut the fuck up."
nice.
And so the league is investigating.
Do you really have to find? I mean,
what are they
I
investigating?
think if they catch you, I kind of think with hostile road environment, you're a professional, as you just said.
yeah.
You should be used to
Actually,
being heckled.
wasn't he at home though? Is this from this last Sunday's game?
Yeah, I thought that was in.
No, that was in New York.
Yeah.
Maybe that's part of why he was so upset.
What a hostile home environment.
Yeah. But no, isn't that half like I can tell you guys right now that the reason why I would want to have seats that close to the field is to try and get people to curse at me.
That makes
In fact, I got John Rocker to curse me out at a Tigers game once, like 6 years ago.
Good job.
Way to
Yeah,
go.
thank you. I didn't say, oh, they should find that guy. How horrible that was.
He actually got in trouble for some other stuff.
He did. Yeah.
Fill
admittedly,
me in. Fill me in.
Okay, well, we will fill you in.
Thank you.
John Rocker was the closer for the Braves at the time.
David
and-
Justice.
Yes.
on
I
the
think he
Braves,
did
yes.
play with David
Yeah.
Justice.
All right. Cool.
And so
Fred
I guess,
McGriff, crime dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jordan didn't know better than I would, but I guess at the time, John Rocker was a horrendous bigot. But people did not necessarily know this publicly. And then he said a whole bunch of stuff about the city of New York, like there's a lot of gay people there, and he may not have referred to them as gay people.
Yeah.
Oh.
I went into it was a Sports Illustrated interview, and he kind of went into detail talking about why he didn't take a certain subway train.
Because he thought he'd get AIDS.
Well, no, I think he went and described it was like an episode of All in the Family where Archie like gets stuck in the elevator.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Archie, stop saying things about gay people.
And so it's John Rocker going, hey, there's a black person, there's a Hispanic person, there's a gay person, and he just is kind of, but he's not saying it in those terms.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's kind of being, that's the John Rocker story.
I guess at the
So
time
what did he
was
call
a
you,
pretty
Joel?
Good, this is one of my proudest moments because everyone knows he's a homophobe, and he was out. It was before the game, and he was out, jogging with the other relievers, and he's jogging by, and everyone's like yelling stuff at him, like, "Hey, John, you want to go on a date after the game?" And like, "Hey, John, I'm gonna introduce you to my brother," and it's rolling off his back because by this point he's ready for it, and I think John here is ready for this. We got to come with a different tack, and I noticed that he was the only one not wearing a hat, so I shout, "Hey, Rocker, put your hat on. Your brain cells are escaping."
Hey, there we go.
To which he snaps his head around and goes, "Shut your cocksuck, you fuck!" And
What?
then
Wait, can you repeat that? Because I did not.
He said, "Shut your cocksuck, you fuck,"
Shut your cock suck, you fuck.
which rhymes. I believe he might have been starting a haiku.
That sounds like a Maya Angelou poem.
Yeah, exactly. But
Shut
he
your
did not get to
cocksuck,
finish
you
it because
fuck.
the entire, all the people waiting in left field during batting practice went, "Ooh!" Then he came into the game later and gave up the go-ahead home run to Robert Fick.
There we go.
I'd like to think that I
Nice.
personally affected the outcome of a game.
Because you didn't shut your cock
once.
suck.
I did not shut my cocksuck.
I like the idea too that everyone else is yelling homosexual stuff at John Rocker, and
Yeah.
you make a crack about his hat, and that he loses his shit. That's the best part. I've heard the story before, and that's
Yeah.
my favorite part is that because that's always the straw that breaks the camel's back. It's always why'd you go on a killing spree? Pen ran out of ink.
Right, yeah.
So
Well, you also have to assume if he thinks he's going to get AIDS from a subway card, that he could actually believe that brain cells could escape if he's not wearing a hat. So maybe
He
that
knew
just
he
hit a
was
little
being
close to
called
home.
out.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like, he's got a good point. I better get him to shut his cocksuck, or that fuck's going to keep talking.
next news topic, and this is great for you, Phil, because when we split up the responsibilities at the beginning of the podcast season,
Yes.
we said, okay, you're going to cover this, you're going to cover this. We gave you NBA.
Yes.
No NBA news.
No NBA news. You know why?
Why?
Because they're still canceled.
Yeah.
Still not doing nothing.
Absolutely. I guess talks have totally broken down. Yeah, there's no chance, I think, for any semblance of a full season, obviously.
Yeah.
But now it's looking like even a half season could. Yeah, this could be really bad.
Relatively speaking.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to get a reaction out of you
I know,
guys.
yeah.
I got nothing myself. I'm trying to get you guys ginned up or something.
Here's my
Again, yes.
reaction is that my life will not change 1 second from not having an NBA season. Like my daily, maybe an overheard conversation will change, but that's it. No change in my life.
I'm praying that there's no NBA season. So, because I would like to see, I think, ESPN will have no choice but to show hockey on their top 10 plays.
That's true.
They will be forced to finally put the amazing goals near the top instead of just some guy in a fast break undefended dunk being number one.
You heard it here that Joel is actually going to start believing in a god and then getting on his knees and praying to this god that he just started believing in that the NBA season doesn't come back. That's how
all I
powerful he is.
ask. Though who am I kidding? Actually, ESPN would probably just start showing soccer highlights.
I was going to say they're
And
going to start.
Joel would break his TV.
I was going to say, I think it's just going to be a bunch of, recently signed major leaguers holding up jerseys.
Yeah.
Like, number 5, Albert Pujols signs with the Cardinals.
Here's a bunch of bog snorkelers.
Dodgers and Matt Kemp looking like they reached a deal.
Oh, this is
8 years, $160 million. Coming off an
deal.
almost winning a Triple Crown season. He hit .324, on-base percentage of .399, slugging percentage .586. 39 dingers, love those. 120 runs batted in, 40 stolen bases, 1 homer shy of the 40-40 club.
I thought the Dodgers had no money.
They're getting auctioned off.
Yeah, they're going.
But they're still paying somebody $160 million and they have no
well,
money?
pending a physical.
Over 8 years.
Pending a physical?
Don't be ridiculous.
How much is a physical?
Yeah.
Like $40?
Well, no, they wait for the physical to go through.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you meant pending him actually going and taking a physical.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
They'd give him a
But
physical.
to make sure that he's not... This happened recently in football, that they had a trade and it was going to go through pending a physical, but they gave the guy a physical and he had a tumor. He had a brain tumor.
Oh, so it's good they caught it. That physical might have saved his life?
Yeah, might have saved his life.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure he didn't die the next day.
It did. His
But the
prognosis
trade
is really
then-
good, and they
the
never
trade
would have
did
caught
not go
it.
through.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then he couldn't stop thinking about the tumor, and that's when it really started to
But
take
I'm
hold.
gonna go on record that Matt Kemp just had an amazing
he did.
amazing season.
He's had a good year before.
But he's also your classic. He puts up flashy stats in the categories that are going to get him paid. But I think if you look at the body of work, though, last season
every
all around
stat, he's really good.
this last season. He's a career on base percentage of .350.
That
and
means
that
he
came
got
up
better.
a lot from this last season.
Okay, all of our stats were bad when we were 4, but we got better.
Yeah.
Justin Verlander won the Cy Young. That's
yes,
pretty cool.
he did. It was unanimous.
Tigers
wasn't it?
player.
Detroit Tigers pitcher
Yes.
wins the AL Cy Young unanimous. Almost said anonymously. He won.
But we know about it, so that can't be true.
unanimously. 28 first place votes out of 28.
Wow. Good for him.
And
What did he do that's so damn special?
he was the most amazing pitcher in like 10 years.
Oh, all right. Good for him. He deserves the award then.
Yeah.
One last piece of news, and this actually is all NHL, but actually affects the Detroit Red Wings. Looking at realignment in the NHL.
Oh, yeah.
And it looks like the Red Wings are going to factor into that. Now, Joel, would you tell us all why that means something?
Well, because the Red Wings, if I told you, Phil, that the NHL is broken down into an Eastern Conference and a Western Conference, which conference do you think the Detroit Red Wings would be in?
Eastern Conference.
You would be wrong. We are in the Western Conference.
But we're in the eastern side of the United States.
You are absolutely correct. But we are, admittedly, we are, we fall to the west of every Eastern Conference team, I think.
Stop. What? No.
Yes.
Hold on. So are you saying that there's like a million teams east of Michigan and then everything else is a wasteland?
No, there's no. I mean, it's not a wasteland. There's like 15 teams in our direction, and there's like 15 teams over in like the East Coast. But yeah,
But then people in the Eastern Conference don't get to travel around and see the world.
Well, it's not the world. It's Canada and the United States. But you are correct. But that's
is the world to me.
That's
Joe.
the whole point here. Is that the Red Wings wind up flying more like travel miles than pretty much any other team, and it really kind of adds up.
Right,
over
hostile
the years.
crowds.
Yes,
Those
hostile crowds. But yeah,
And you got fans back home on a weeknight want to watch the Red Wings play the Ducks. It's on at 10 o'clock Eastern time. People got to work.
Wait, there's fans of the NHL?
Yeah,
News
especially
to
in
me.
Detroit. Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, Joel, it's great to have you join me and my family for Thanksgiving dinner. I just want, kind of apologize about my family in advance.
what do you mean?
It's just my family's probably a little different from your family, culturally, opinions. If you could,
Jordan, say no more. It's Thanksgiving.
Oh, Jordan, this must be your friend Joel. What a nice young man. How are you? Have a cookie.
Thank you. They're shaped like crucifixes.
No, they're little teas for Thanksgiving.
And the guy in the center?
A pilgrim who loves Thanksgiving so much, he wants to give it the biggest hug ever.
Huh. Right? Thank you. Oh, these are good.
Oh, wow. New painting, Dad?
Hardly. Just dabbling with my watercolors. Kinda in the Christmas spirit. Thought I'd do a nativity scene.
Very nice. But isn't the Immaculate Conception hard to fathom with the virgin birth motif so common in early Greco-Roman texts?
It would be if the Immaculate Conception was about Jesus' virgin birth, when in reality it denotes the Virgin Mary being born without original sin.
Oh,
Haha, yeah, it's a common misconception. But you're correct. Many historical figures are claimed to be of virgin birth, as to add a level of purity. Guess my favorite.
Alexander the Great?
Bingo!
Come on, Joel. There's some bomb mini quiches in the living room.
What were you worried about? Your family's pretty cool. I'm going to flip on the Lions game.
No, don't.
Did somebody put on the Lions game? What the fuck?
Who put on the Lions in my house? On Thanksgiving, no less. Is he here?
Oh, Joel.
Is he here?
The Lions. That's your family's deal?
Are you fucking kidding me? Damn it, Jordan. Didn't you tell your friend what this does to your Uncle Doug? Somebody say my name!
Hey, Uncle Doug.
Hey, Uncle Doug.
Great. Here we go. Thanks, Joel.
Oh, hey, Lions, huh? Oh, boy. You know they didn't lose last week. You know why? They were on a bye. Whoa! Looks like my bro's funny bone finally grew in. But seriously, those Lions are always snatching defeat from the jaws of victory, huh? Right? You guys know how to keep the Lions out of your front yard? Put up some goalposts! Huh? But seriously, you guys have a plan if there's a tornado?
Should we head to Ford Field?
I say we head to Ford Field! They never get a touchdown there!
Oh, man. This guy is great. I don't know what you're talking about, Jordan.
What do you call a Detroit Lion player with the Super Bowl ring? A thief! He stole the ring! Probably because he's a black guy from Detroit. He probably blamed it on a black guy who looked just like him.
There it is.
And now it's time for another Weird Sports!
Gobble, 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 gobble.
Because it's Thanksgiving
Now it's
time.
Thanksgiving
It's about
coming
that
up,
time,
yeah.
yes.
Oh, man. I hope that ties into the weird sport. I hope it's
It
a...
absolutely does. Today's weird sport, wife carrying.
Yes, that's totally Thanksgiving.
It plays into
themed.
Thanksgiving totally.
How do you...
How does one play wife carrying?
Well, I'll tell you. Wife carrying is a sport in which male competitors race while each carrying a female teammate, traditionally their wife.
Wow.
They're not just racing, though, because that would be too easy. It's not like around a track, because what fun would that be?
Yeah.
No, this is an obstacle course.
Oh, my God.
American Gladiators, eat your heart out.
Where is this?
Actually, it was first introduced in Sunkajärvi, Finland.
Okay.
Sunkajärvi.
At least it's not Wales, right?
Well, there's 2 dots over the last A, so I assume it's Järvi.
Is that what the dots mean?
I think so, right? But yeah, Sunkajärvi.
Sports Outsider's correct here.
Right.
Yeah. All right.
Like all races, whoever runs it fastest wins.
Yeah.
Of
okay.
course.
Right.
But I know what you're thinking right now. Wait a second. Wives can be of varying sizes and shapes.
This is absolutely.
I was thinking of Mike and Molly specifically.
Exactly. How would you be able to do it, right? It seems like the person with the 20-pound wife would be able to win.
Right. Yeah, people who have wives with eating disorders would have a great advantage.
I would say so.
See, I was actually thinking about how this could potentially ruin a lot of marriages because I believe it's well documented that the old conversation with wifey poo about her weighty poo is something of a minefield for the husband.
Not if you're competitors, though.
I hear
Yeah,
that.
Competitors, then you
see,
just
then
be like, you're
that's the
fat.
thing.
Lose some weight, fatty.
And she'd probably
was
be
just
like,
thinking-
you need better shoulder muscles.
Look at you
Yeah.
with your chicken legs.
But you don't want your wife to be mad at you because you lost first and mad at you again because you made her look fat by
Right.
losing.
Well, let's go over some of the rules. This might clarify. First of all,
Yeah.
there's lots of types of ways to carry a wife, right?
Oh, yeah.
You can't assume that everyone's just throwing them over the shoulder, right?
Yeah, that'd be the fireman,
I'd go
right?
piggyback. That would be-
Piggyback is the #1 most popular one.
Really?
Piggyback. Number 2 is fireman's carry over the shoulder. Number 3 is my favorite, Estonian style.
Oh.
Estonian style, it seems a little racist because it seems like it's making fun of Estonians because the wife hangs upside down with her legs around the husband's shoulder and holds on to the waist. So it's the 69 position.
I don't know if it's making fun of Estonians.
Yeah,
I want to go visit
Right.
Estonia now.
It seems
Estonia
like
sounds like the greatest country in the entire world.
what I don't get is it seems like it would make more sense.
Estonia,
if she was-
hello, is I don't know.
Yeah,
And
Estonia.
we
more
give
like
69s all the time.
Estonia, more like Ebonia.
Bam. You'd poke her eye out. Way to knock over that microphone there, Joel.
It warranted a fist pump.
Major wife carrying competitions, not just in Finland anymore. But the Finland one is the most fun because the prize depends on the wife's weight in
Ooh.
beer.
Oh man,
Yes.
That is awesome. You win your wife's weight in beer.
Yes.
I
Oh,
would
so
work
that
out
was-
so
wife's
hard
weight in
and
beer.
marry the fattest
I
woman I
was
could
gonna
find.
say
Absolutely.
this is where it would behoove you to have a hefty wife.
Yeah, because once a year you get a free keg, and all you need to do is deal with having a fat wife all the rest of the time.
I'd be looking to win 2 or 3 free kegs, Phil.
Okay.
Shoulder
You're
muscles,
like
man.
once eating Gilbert Grape style?
Sure.
Like
yeah.
afterwards, you're going to have to burn down the house?
Yeah. Though I mean, it would.
Well, luckily you
I'd probably
could.
I'd get greedy and I'd probably overshoot. Is what I think would happen in the end.
Guess where the 3 other major competitions are? We're all going to love this.
I gotta guess one is in Wisconsin.
Joel?
I was. Let's go ahead and say Japan.
All right, here we go. Jordan was right with one of them. One is in Wisconsin.
That was a good
Monona,
guess.
Wisconsin. The second one in Wisconsin. Minocqua, Wisconsin. Number 3, Michigan.
Oh.
Marquette, Michigan.
I feel it's
Marquette.
a
Yeah.
theme that these are all in places that have Scandinavians living. in
Yes,
them.
yes,
Perhaps some
absolutely.
Finnish people.
Yeah, so there we go. In our hometowns, we could have gone carried away.
Marquette is
Marquette's
far.
Ways away, sure.
I
But,
have to
gotta
use my
get
other
that
hand
over
for
the
that
bridge.
one.
but if you're thinking about
Yeah.
it,
But gorgeous up there.
yeah,
It should be said.
and you could win
UP,
your
gorgeous.
ladies' weight in beer, so it would have been worth the trek. You know, the North American wife carrying competitions takes place on Columbus Day at the Sunday River Ski Resort in Newry, Maine. That's where the actual championships take place.
Oh, so the qualifying rounds are in Wisconsin and Michigan.
I think those are just like fun events. Those are just like
Oh.
big events.
Well, it
you
sounds
know?
to me like all wife carrying competitions are fun events. you
Yeah.
know.
This is what was amazing to me. They didn't list anything after the 8th annual, which was in 2007. There was 40 couples participating, and that was a record. Was 40 couples.
That's it?
That's what I thought. I'm like, it should be more than that, right?
You'd think so. I'd want to win
For
weight.
your wife's weight in beer, it seems like people would be coming from miles around.
Right. Yeah. Do you want me to go through the incredibly long history of this sport? Because it's pretty fascinating.
Sure.
Probably not true, but it's fascinating. All right, everyone hold on to your pants. This is a long one. There are many thoughts onto how this sport first originated in Finland. Tales have been passed down from one person to another about a man named Herkko Rosvo Rankainen. That's what I think. I think it's how Herkko Rosvo Rankainen. The man was considered to be a robber in the late 1800s. He lived in a forest. Nope, he lived in a forest and ran around with his gang of thieves, causing harm to the villages. This is actually in the description of the history
And
of the
please
sport.
tell me, and stealing women.
Yeah, it was written by the Brothers Grimm, I think.
Yeah.
From what has been found, there are 3 ideas onto why the sport has been invented, heavily researched. First, Rosvo Rankainen and his thieves were accused of stealing food and women from the villages in the area he lived in, and then carried these women on their backs as they ran away. That seems... Who are these women who can't get away with... He's got both his hands full of goods.
Well, I think it's weird, too, that basically they're using the Disney cartoon insinuation of rape.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
that's basically what they do in old-timey cartoons. Like, you're coming with me, Belle.
Right. It's like coming where?
Yeah.
Just
Whoa, Phil. That was,
What?
You didn't need to go there.
No, I didn't need
Oh,
to go there. But on the other hand, I would have raped Belle.
Her dad's that
And the
absent-minded
podcast
clockmaker.
takes,
Yeah. I'm more of a Gaston myself. He was the bad guy.
Well, no one eats like Gaston. No one drinks like Gaston. No one. I don't even remember.
And
the song,
every
but-
square inch of him's covered with hair.
All right, description number 2.
So the first theory is this guy raped women, and so they started a sport.
Yeah.
Well, the raping wasn't what started the point. It was the carrying the women away.
Yeah, someone's
rape
like,
them.
oh, he's carrying my wife away. Hey, wait a second. Carrying my wife away, huh?
Look how slow he's going. I'll bet you I could carry her way faster than he can.
And the game is on.
Yeah.
It's on the streets. The second description said there was young men who would go to villages near their own, steal other men's wives, and then have the woman become their own wife.
See, again.
Again, it's the same thing, only instead of thieves, it's just upstanding people who are just like, you know what, I'm going to go steal a woman today.
I think I'm going to take Bill's wife.
Yeah.
Kind of hot.
Yeah.
I bet I could
not
carry
bad
her. Bill can't run.
He lives in a whole different village. Things aren't going to be weird. Going to be a ways away.
Yeah.
Third, there was the idea that Rasvorakainen trained his thieves to be faster and stronger by carrying big, heavy sacks on their back, which could have eventually evolved into a sport by carrying women, I guess.
The problem with that explanation is that the main logical jump in the wife-carrying event, as far as I can tell, is not the decision to carry something heavy, but the decision to specifically carry your wife or a woman.
Well, now it seems
so
like...
just carrying sacks, I'm like, yeah, that sounds like how they invented boulder carrying.
Right.
Or sack carrying events.
Yeah, I
Not
think
wife
it's got to be because of the novelty, right?
Yeah.
Because it's a silly name.
Right.
Yeah. But it's in the Guinness Book of World Records.
And there's no silly novel things in that book.
No. So
Yeah,
it's legit.
Who's got the record for the most beer won? Who's got the win with the heaviest
fastest wife?
That would be great to know.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to do some more research
Or
and maybe
who
come
felt
back.
like they got gypped? You know, like, man, I won, but is this winning? One case?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
I had to race with Callista Flockhart.
Yeah, exactly.
Not worth it. But because it's in the Guinness Book of World Records, there has to be rules, right?
Yeah.
There has to be. First of all, the length of the official track, 253.5 meters. Why they made it so specific escapes me.
Yeah. Meters? I mean, it's not that
Meters
far.
are kind of weird to begin with.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
A little out there.
Units of 10, crazy. We go by
Yeah.
units of 12 and other such things.
36 then?
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's like between a sixth and a seventh of a mile, 250 some meters.
But remember, it's an obstacle course. It's not a straight run.
Oh, okay.
Because rule number 2, the track has to have 2 dry obstacles and 1 water obstacle that's about a meter deep.
Ooh.
A meter is pretty deep if you're carrying an entire
it's
woman.
3 feet 3 inches.
Yeah.
Really, they just cribbed the rules of golf.
Right, exactly.
Kind of for this
Exactly.
portion of it.
I think that they actually do the running through the golf course.
253. Well, I guess that's not the length of a golf
Well,
course.
for instance, if your wife is on the ground and you approach her and then like a gust of wind blows her off, they penalize you a stroke.
Nice. I love the third rule because I'm reading the actual official rules, and the way that this one is worded is the wife to be carried may be your own, the neighbor's, or you may have found her further afield. She must, however, be over 17 years of age.
I'm glad. I'm glad they got some rules.
I love they had the
Yeah.
little bit of poetry before they're pretty much like, don't statutory rape anybody.
Hey, in fairness, I think the rule could exist because they don't want anybody carrying a
Carrying a
child because
baby.
they're late.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that'd be too easy.
I've got a newborn, just one-handing it all
Yeah.
the way through the course.
I got a newborn. Give me a 40 now.
Well, that's also solved by the next one. The minimum weight of the wife to be carried is 49 kilograms.
Oh, well, then I take it back. If they have a minimum weight and an age requirement, then yes, that's a statutory rape thing.
But you also don't want to be discriminatory. So if she's less than 49 kilograms, the wife will be burdened with a rucksack containing additional weight so that the total load is no less than 49 kilograms. Burdened with a rucksack.
Well, you're already burdened with a wife.
So that means wait, a kilogram is 2.2 pounds. Is that correct?
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
I'll go
makes sense.
that one.
So near 108 pounds she has to be.
Yeah.
So what my question is, Joel, you're good at math. How much beer is that? What's the minimum amount of beer you could win if you had the lightest wife?
Okay.
108
Are we gonna
pounds
go
of
by?
beer.
Are we gonna go by? We're gonna go
What?
by cases.
It's 108 pounds of beer.
But how much beer does that equate to?
108
Like,
pounds.
16 ounces to a pound. So why don't you? What's 108?
Yeah, I guess that's what I'm asking is how many ounces.
Yeah,
So that's
108
what-
times 16. You got to.
That's like 108 cans of beer then, right? 16-ounce cans?
Yeah, but we're talking 16-ounce cans. Cans are usually 12.
Oh, yeah.
So it's 108 times 16 divided by 24. And
This
we're gonna
must
get
be
how many
fascinating
cases.
for the podcast listener.
It's 1,728 ounces.
Divide that by 24.
Why 24?
Because wait.
12, right?
Divide that by 12.
And that's how many cans you'd have.
Yeah.
And then divide it by 24 to get us cases.
144 beers.
Ooh.
144
canned beer.
beers.
So that's like 12 packs.
Yep. Which means
Six-
it's 6 cases.
6 cases.
On the
There we go,
noggin.
6 cases of beer. That's not bad. I'll take it for carrying some woman, whether it be my own or my neighbor's.
Just as long as she is far afield and over 17 years of age.
Absolutely true. Well, that comes to an end. Another segment of Weird Sports.
All right, folks, and it's time to wrap up the sports podcast. But before we go, we're going to give you some of our patented Valiant Prophecies.
Prophesize it.
Valiant Prophecy.
At some point, can we get a cool effect?
That's what I do every time when I go prophesize it.
No, that's not an effect. That's like a thing.
Oh,
It's
you
like
want like a sound drop, like a needle drop, like they do in Drive Time, where it goes prophecies. Wee.
Well,
Now it should be like a deep.
I've been
booming
trying to
voice,
get
like,
a fart button since
Valiant
episode 1.
Prophecy.
That's what I mean. That's what I want. Like echo, echo, echo.
Okay, how about this? I'm going to make a comp for it. I'll find a way to put one together, and then on the next episode, I'm going to premiere a Valiant Prophecy sound drop.
Oh.
Oh boy.
And folks at home, email us in. Let us know what you think, and we'll try a couple out and see which one people
I'll
like.
make a new one every week, and then we'll
Yeah.
we'll vote at the end on the website.
I like that.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Cool.
Audience
All
participation.
right. Yeah, I didn't mean for it to be a thing, but okay.
Now it is. Thanks, Jordan. Put
Lot
more
of-
work on my
lot
shoulders.
of work. A lot of work.
A lot of work, Jordan. A lot of work.
All right, a lot of college football this weekend. Got a few interesting matchups. Put number 1 on the docket. Number 16, Nebraska, 8-2. At number 18, Michigan, also 8-2.
My girlfriend is from Nebraska, and I'm from Michigan.
Uh-oh.
So what I'm saying is, since I generally win all the arguments in the family, I'm gonna go with Michigan.
All right, all right.
I believe Michigan's favored in this game, right?
They are. Last I checked, spread was Michigan by 2.5. Or
Yeah,
somewhere in
so
there.
I'll go ahead. I'm probably gonna put a little money down on Nebraska, and I'm gonna go ahead and say Nebraska here. I think this is at the very least a pick 'em or Nebraska a slight favorite. So
Yeah, I'm surprised that Michigan's a favorite in this game.
yeah,
But that said, I don't think it's because
it's at Michigan though. Right?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
I
That's a big.
actually I like Michigan in this game. I think
Yeah.
I'm weirdly optimistic about it. And the fact that the line was it was different earlier. It's since changed. I don't think that's money going on Michigan. I think that's actually the wise guys changing the line. I'm gonna go Michigan.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I'm the odd man out here.
Number 2 here, USC 8-2, not allowed to be in polls. At number 4, Oregon 9-1.
I'm gonna go with Oregon because LA has no sports fans.
Bam.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Oregon because they're a much better team, and I think they are going to slaughter the Trojans.
Yeah, I'm also going to go with Oregon because Lane Kiffin can't coach his way out of a paper bag.
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed.
Get ready for a baby because the Trojan's gonna get busted. You can use that one.
That's good.
Thank
That's
you.
really
Oh,
good.
man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, this is what I'm talking
I
about,
am a
Sports
professional
Outsider.
comedian.
Yeah.
All right, you should do this for all the predictions, Phil.
Okay.
All
I'll
right.
have to putting more work on my shoulders. Thanks, Joel.
Yeah. Well, no, just do it spur of the moment like that one.
Okay, cool.
All right. So what else we got?
Well, you want to talk about protected rivalries between the two divisions in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you about one. Indiana and Michigan State battle for the old brass spittoon.
Indeed. I can tell you, us folks at Michigan State, this is the game we probably care about the most every year because that is an awesome spittoon.
Indiana 1-9 at Michigan State, number 15, 8-2.
Wow.
I think that Michigan State has more need for a spittoon. So I'm going to give it to Michigan State. They'll probably use it more.
Yeah.
They'll just be spitting in it. All the student body will just spit in it when they walk by.
I just got to say, I'm really glad that this one's at home. You know, would not want to go into the hostile environment that is Indiana.
No.
Yeah.
Bloomington is not a good place to be playing a football game.
Who's your daddy? Exactly.
There it is. 'Cause they're the
So
Hoosiers.
I will say, though, I mean, I think Michigan State edges them. I think Michigan State's favored in this game by
Yes,
30 points.
They are double-digit favorites.
Yes. So I'm going to go with State. I think State's going to win.
Way
this
to go
one.
on a limb out there.
I don't think they're going to cover, though. I think the spread is huge. I really think it's like 30 points. I don't think they'll cover.
Yeah, I don't think they'll cover either, but
Yeah.
obviously Michigan State. We just brought it up because it's the old brass spittoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a protected Big Ten rivalry. Okay, this is an important game.
And I believe this was created when Michigan State joined the Big Ten.
Ooh, yeah.
They said, let's play over something, Indiana. Old brass spittoon.
Well,
Cool.
I got this spittoon sitting around we can play for.
This reeks of Indiana just being dicks about it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like I said at the time, Michigan State was a national powerhouse in the 50s.
Yeah,
So.
and I don't think Indiana was as bad.
yeah.
And it's much better than the Land Grant Trophy, which is like the ugliest
Yeah.
bowling trophy you've ever seen.
I know.
Number 13,
Oh, we
Kansas
didn't-
State. Oh, sorry.
You didn't make a pick there.
Oh, yeah, no, I said Michigan State.
Oh, okay, you did. All right.
Yeah. You're not going to get me to trip up. Number 13, Kansas State, 8-2 at number 23, Texas, 6-3. Is the ride over for K-State?
No, I'm going to go with Texas on this one. You know why?
Well, then yes, the ride's over for K-State.
Well, yeah, I guess the ride is over because Texas is going to win.
It's ascending order.
It's ascending order, descending. You know what? Texas is going to win, and you know why?
Why?
Best steaks in America.
Ooh.
Texas. My two favorite steaks I've ever had, both in Texas.
That's cattle country. I got to say, though, for me, it's more about the barbecue.
The barbecue is
Texas.
good. Dry rub.
Oh,
Yeah.
and slow smoke the brisket.
None of that wet garbage. It's not like they're just cooking old meat and then plastering it with barbecue sauce. No.
No, smoked with mesquite lovingly over 16 hours. That is a fine piece of meat.
rub their salt.
I'm going with Texas. Kansas State is one of those teams that seems like they're often ranked and very rarely prove themselves in the process.
Absolutely. I think they stumble. I think the hook 'em horns. I think the Longhorns win.
There you go.
Last-
Real quick, we got to get Phil's. What's your catchphrase for Texas Kansas State?
They're the Longhorns.
Yeah.
They're gonna play their horns for a long time. Victory horns. Victory horns are
Okay, I'm gonna vote that we cut this segment from here on out.
No, I'm gonna get this. Okay, so there's Longhorns, right?
Yeah.
K-State's the Wildcats.
Foghorn Longhorns. There's long.
How about stick a horn in them?
All right, let's move on.
Number 5, Oklahoma, 8-1 at number 22, Baylor, 6-3. Am I crazy to say they should be on upset alert?
Yes.
Probably. Has Oklahoma ever lost to Baylor?
Oh, I'm sure at some point.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go with Baylor because they've got a Rudy-ish name.
Yeah.
Like you want to root for someone named Baylor because they're the underdogs. Clearly,
Baylor is actually my mother's alma mater for undergraduate.
it's your alma mater.
Yeah, it's my mater's alma mater. It makes my alma mater.
There it is.
So it matters to me.
Ah.
Boom.
Let's stop this pun forever.
Yeah, I'm still picking Oklahoma
Yeah.
because my mom hates football. So how good could Baylor be?
You know, honestly, I think it's Oklahoma, but do not be surprised if Baylor has this. If it's not going to be sealed up. I think in the fourth quarter. I think
Really?
Baylor's going to be keeping it close. I think Baylor's decent, and they got some quick players. That Robert Griffith III, the quarterback, really good. Oklahoma's still
Third time's the
vulnerable.
charm. Because Robert Griffith, the first and second, were terrible quarterbacks.
Yeah. Good Civil War generals.
Yeah, but terrible quarterbacks.
All right, but we're wrapping up the podcast. But you can stay in touch with us always and forever on Twitter.
Yes, it's twitter.com/
Sports3 Podcast. That is the number 3. Sports the number 3 podcast.
Awesome, but you can email us too.
Yeah, sportspodcast@gmail.com.
And the website.
Yes, the website, comedypodcastnetwork.com. Then you just click on Sports Podcast, and you're right there.
Yeah. And
Also,
Phil's cell phone number.
yes, my
is-
cell phone. No, we're not. The way to contact me directly is by writing anything on Twitter and then writing #athlete food puns. If you have the best ones, then we're going to put it on. Seriously, Hashtag athlete food puns. Come up with a food pun for your favorite athlete. We're going to read the next ones pretty soon. We've gotten some good ones so far.
And you should know that Phil won't even talk to his own mother unless she sends him a athlete food pun.
No, I won't. In fact, I had a job interview the other day, and I did not answer my phone because they didn't write athlete food puns.
That's
That
how serious
emailed
we
me.
are.
That's really.
So let's send him in,
poor
folks.
decision making.
Send them in.
All right.
Oh, you can also look us up on Google Plus. We've got sports.
Yeah.
podcast
What?
page
Yeah.
there.
We're on the Google
We're
Plus.
on the Google Plus.
Oh
yeah.
man, I
We
just
have a
joined that.
Facebook page too, but it's not even worth mentioning at this point
Yeah,
because
why
it's
even
all
mention
Google
the-
Plus now.
Everything's
Yeah.
Google Plus. Yeah.
That's the new hotness. I have like 5 friends on Google Plus now.
There it is.
Which
Yeah.
circles are they in?
Friends.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Lights off.
For more funny stuff for your eyes and ears, go to comedypodcastnetwork.com.